Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're learning English and want to understand real articles from news, the kind native speaker actually read, you are in the right place. Today, we are looking at a fascinating article from Metro, about a giant asteroid that's flying past Earth. I read part of the article for you and then we'll go through it together, breaking down all the tricky vocabulary, natural expression and advanced phrases that might be confusing if English isn't your first language. So, we are not just learning words here, we are learning how real English works in real life. So, let's jump in and get started. Here's the article. If you've always wanted to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, all you need is to look up next week. An asteroid roughly the size of the famous Italian landmark is currently hurtling towards Earth at 46,908 miles per hour. The space rock 2025 OW will drift past our planet next Monday at a distance of 193,000 miles, about 1.6 times the distance of the moon, to the moon. Space officials estimate the rock is about 220 feet across, making it larger than the Leaning Tower of Pisa at 185 feet. Now, alright, let's go over the paragraph and break down some of the tricky expression and vocabulary, especially if you're learning English as a second language. So, the first line says, if you've always wanted to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, all you need to do is look up next week. That phrase, all you need to do is a very natural, casual way to say that something is really easy. It's like saying, you just have to do this one, simple things. And in this case, that one simple thing is to look up, which is kind of playful because of the asteroid is up in space, so it's being said with a bit of humor. Next, the article says the asteroid roughly the size of the famous Italian landmark. The word roughly means approximately, not exactly, but close enough. And landmark is a place or building that's very famous or easy to recognize, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Then we get this dramatic line, hurtling towards Earth at 46,908 miles per hour. Now, that verb hurtling is a really vivid one. It means moving extremely fast and usually in a way that feels out of control. You might hear it in action movies or news about fast-moving objects. People sometimes confuse it with hurling, which means to throw something. But hurtling is about speed and motion, not throwing. A little later, it says the asteroid will drift past our planet. That's a soft verb. Drift means to move gently or slowly, kind of like how a leaf drifts on water. So even though the asteroid is technically flying fast, the word drifting past makes it sound like it's just passing by quietly without coming too close or crashing into anything. And then there's this bit, about 1.6 times the distance to the moon. That's a great example of a comparison using numbers. It just means that the asteroid will be 1.5 times farther away than the moon is from us. A lot of learners understand twice as far, but 1.6 times is a little more advanced, so it's worth pointing out, I thought. Now, we get to space officials estimate the rock is about 220 feet across. That word estimate means they don't know the exact number, but they make a smart guess based on the information they have. It's a very common word in science, business and news. And finally, they say the rock is 220 feet across. The word across means from one side to the other, like measuring the width or the diameter of the circle. So if you imagine drawing a line from one edge of the asteroid to the other, that's what they mean by 220 feet across. So overall, this paragraph is packed with useful expressions, scientific, some casual, like all you need to do is look up and others more scientific, like estimate or 1.6 times the distance. It's a great mix of everyday English and space-related language. Alright, that's it for today's breakdown. I hope that helped you understand not just what the article was saying, but also how native speakers express this idea in real English. We covered some great words like hurtling or drift past and estimate, and we looked at how comparison and everyday phrases work in context. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because I'll be doing more of this real article lesson to help you sound more natural and confident in English. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep practicing, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.